Yo, what's up everybody, it's me, EnVIZioNPOND here, coming guys with a video for today. In today's video, we're going over some parts that I would recommend for a $650 computer build. Let's get straight into the video. So, getting straight into it, for the processor, I chose the Intel Core i3 8100, and I chose that because it's cheap as 4-core, 4-thread. Amazing for its price point of $115, I think, and you should be able to get 60 FPS maxed out settings if you have the graphics card for that, but we obviously do not have it for every game maxed out, so that's alright. And I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, processor is good overall. I have a different processor. I used to have the i3 6100. Oh gosh, sorry. And that thing, I could max out some games. Well, almost all games. My graphics card is crap. So yeah. For the motherboard, I chose the MSI Z370 Pro ATX. I chose that because upgradability, and it's cheap for what kind of motherboard it is. I think it will be the best choice for this build. And if you ever want to upgrade to an i5 and i7, you're good. Now for the RAM, I chose Crucial Ballistic Sport LT 8GB 2x4 kit. The only reason I chose it is it's cheap and it has a decent speed. i3 8100s or Intel processors in general don't utilize RAM like Ryzen does, or RAM speed like Ryzen does, so it will be perfectly fine to have a lower speed, and as long as you're not video editing, this will be great for basically any gaming, unless you're maxing out every game. For the hard drive, this is a very hard choice. I basically chose the cheapest 1TB hard disk drive on there on the website, so it doesn't really matter what hard drive you get as long as it's cheap. This one was $43, and that should not be a problem, and I'm glad that it wasn't $50 because it would have hurt the budget even more. For the graphics card, the main part of your build that's going to get you good FPS, I went with the GTX 1050 Ti. Now this has 4GB of video RAM or VRAM and has great performance, and you can get good or even great FPS for the quality of that you're playing on. So usually like high or whatever settings. And now I'm second guessing myself if VRAM stands for video RAM. I'm just gonna say that because I'm awesome. The case I chose, it's a Cooler Masterbox Lite 5, and it's amazing. It's awesome, and it's cheap, and it has 4 fans, so cooling will not be a problem. And yeah, the case, I'm thinking about buying it, to be quite honest. Power supply. It's cheap, and it's plenty of power for upgrades, and as of right now, you could probably upgrade to an i5 without overclocking, because I don't think overclocking would fit with this power supply's range, and maybe even like a way better graphics card, like a 1070 or 1070 Ti with like an i5 8500 and another kit of RAM, and you'd probably be fine. Now, I will say that some people might be wondering, well, will the Intel stock heatsink with this processor do good? And if you didn't have the 4 fans that came with the Masterbox Lite, it would not do very well. It'd run like 60, high 60s sometimes, degrees Celsius. From what I had with my i3 6100, that's what it ran. And then I only had 1 fan at the time, so I put it in the back next to it, and it lowered the temps a lot. But this has 4 fans, it should be plenty. I don't think that temps will be very high at all. I think everything will be perfectly fine. And then also I'm going to put some benchmarks on the screen right now. And I think, as you can see by the benchmarks, this computer can do very well in games. The most popular AAA titles as of right now, I think I chose 5. And yeah, I think that's all you'll need for now. And tell me down below in the comments if you guys would like any more PC builds. because I am super nerdy into computers. Like, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button down below if you did. Comment down below if you guys want me to make more videos like this, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.